Hello, friend. I'm so grateful that you're here, that you're here in this video. You're here to hear my story. You're here to see what I'm up to, and thank you so much for taking the time and spending it with me here. I am creating this video with the topic about being an entrepreneur in 2020 and what that has brought to me as an artist and as a freelance creator of murals and window paintings and hand lettering and chalkboard art. And yeah, my intention with this video is to create inspiration, it's to create community, to create connection and creativity. I am not planning to edit this video. I'm gonna just fully kind of just exist with y'all and like flow and just trust that whatever's coming out of my mouth is perhaps going to bring some value to you. And I did take some notes. I have my little like plan of like what I'm gonna speak on in this video because I didn't really want to stray off topic. I don't want to be here too long with y'all. But I do want to touch on some points. So 2020 has been really interesting. We are coming to a close. Today is December 23rd, so a couple days away from Christmas. Yeah, so right now I'm at my family's home, and we are preparing for the holiday. It's going to be super lovely. I'm very grateful to be in a warm winter situation. So a tiny bit about me. I was living on the road, as many of you may have known, and I was traveling through the US from September 2019 all the way up to about January 2020. And in January, I ended up in Florida, around South Florida. And my ultimate plan and my ultimate goal with this road trip of going from city to city and different communities and different towns, and seeing so many different landscapes around the US. My ultimate destination was going to be New York City, which is where I am from. I'm from Brooklyn. And I thought I'd move back there to really fully dive into my business and be able to do it full time. What I do is window paintings. I do chalkboard art and murals, and I usually work with small businesses, so coffee shops, restaurants, breweries, local small business, mom and pop shops, even clothing stores, like little cute ones. And I was gonna do all of that full time in New York City and see what's possible up there. And then COVID came along, and COVID hit, in March, and I still found myself in South Florida at that time. And when COVID hit, what happened with the way I was running my business and what I was doing for the last 3 years, actually at that point, 3.5, almost 4 years, the face of everything that I was doing completely changed, right? Because my target clients were all of those that ended up either shutting down or really losing a lot of business because of the lockdowns, right? So they didn't really have much room in their budget for an artist to come in. And I found it a little difficult for me to navigate that. And I wasn't really sure how to bring value to the small businesses. And I just kind of let that stop me in my tracks with how I was doing things, right? Because these coffee shops and little restaurants and all these little places were closing down, and they were slimming their hours down, and they were laying off employees, and so it wasn't happening for me anymore. And actually what I found myself doing instead, there's an airplane. What I found myself doing instead, through that whole beginning of the year, actually I started doing this in January of 2020, was transformational training. And what that really had me doing was reevaluating like my relationship with myself. And that has brought me so much value. And I realized, like, you know what? I'm not really doing so much work in like the business that I had of the murals and the chalkboards and the window paintings, but I get to really work on myself. And I feel like I've heard a lot of this from my friends and from other people, that they've really been like looking within and really been building on the relationship with themselves. And for me, that has brought so much value. So like some of the things that I've been doing is asking myself why. Like, what is my purpose? Like, what is my why? Right? Because a friend put it for me in a really good way. He's like, Priscilla, why don't you allow yourself, give yourself time to really sit in your why and really be in the question of why? Like, why do I do this? Like, what is my purpose? Like, what is it that I absolutely love about the art that I put out there and the creativity that I inspire others into? Like, why, right? Because once I get super clear, like once I'm sitting in my why for long enough and just marinating it, and I'm super clear on my why, and I can just speak on it like to people like that, and I have like 2 clear, simple sentences on what is my why, then I can move on, right? Like then I can take that and go running with it. And I'll be so clear on my why that as I'm going on my journey with like all the other steps that get to happen for whatever it is that I end up doing, as I'm going on this path, whatever comes my way, I can always look back on my why and be really clear, right? Because there's going to be obstacles and challenges and this and that. And I might have some hard days, and I might have days where I might be like, oh, F it, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, what the heck? But then I can reflect on my why and be really sure, like, okay, no. This is exactly what I get to be doing. This is how I choose to be of service with my gifts to humanity, right? So 2020, I have been sitting in my why, and I'm not yet there. I don't have, like, if I did, I would totally share it with you guys, like, what is my why? But it's something along the lines of creativity, artisticness, and flow and inspiration and being free, being authentic. There's something really rich about that to me, and I find that it brings peace, and that it brings like true light out of people, right? So yeah, I've been like sitting in like, okay, like how do I pivot? How do I redesign myself? How do I reinvent what it is that I'm doing and putting out there? And those are really powerful ways to look at this like coronavirus challenge, right? Because like circumstances are always going to be there, and I get to choose how I want to show up no matter what the circumstances are. I get to choose what I want to create for my life no matter what the circumstances are. And that's a huge lesson that I've learned this year. And I'm constantly being in the question of what's possible, right? So to have a mindset of always asking like, what's possible? I'm open to possibilities. I'm open to something brand new coming into my life. I'm open to new perspectives of other people, right? Like I've been learning compassion. I've been learning like to surrender and to trust. And I've been learning like people are good-hearted. I've been learning the value of community, the value of collaboration, the value of co-creating, I've been learning the value of me and stepping into my leadership and like how it is that, what does it look like when I lead with love? And yeah, it's been super powerful. Like it's been really impactful to be doing these trainings and to be involved and to like I've been meditating. I created like a whole morning rituals. So I really take time for myself in the mornings before I start my whole day, before I put my energy anywhere else. I'm really getting clear on who I am. That's another good question. Like, who am I? I get to be in that question as well, right? So I'm getting clear on who I am. What is my why? And like, yeah, it's juicy stuff, man. Like, I'm so excited about what 2020 has brought to me. and what I've been exploring in 2020, right? Because I create my own life. So yeah, I get to acknowledge myself for being in that place of really focusing on creating space for awesome things to come into my life. And I'm really excited about the adventures that have been simmering and bubbling up inside of me with other people too. Like I'm really stepping into like working with others because I don't have to go at it alone. Like as an artist, I really do a lot on my own, and I'm realizing like how amazing it is to like work with another human being, like somebody else, to go on a path with another person or several other people. And we all believe in this thing, whatever it is, like we're all believing in this thing and we're all doing it together is so powerful and beautiful. And yeah, so there's been some hardships, there definitely has been some challenges. I have not, I did not make the income goals that I might have had in the beginning of the year. I did not really paint too many windows. I didn't do the things that I thought I would be doing this year. And I think that sounds like a lot of other people's stories as well. And that's okay. I did paint a few windows actually, and the windows that I painted was like it was March, April, and May. I painted a few windows, and they were residential. And I went to people's homes, and what I ended up painting was a rainbow and then a quote. So on one house I wrote, "Together we rise." On another home, she wanted me to write, "Don't worry, be happy." And let me tell you, that window that I painted a rainbow and "Don't worry, be happy," that was in like Miami Gardens area. And oh my gosh, like that house, the newspaper went and took a photo, and it was in the newspaper. Like it was in the Miami Times. So like my artwork, my window made it to the Miami Times. I didn't really get credit for it. My name was not on the paper, and that's okay. But I know that my artwork made it to the newspaper, which was like pretty exciting and pretty neat. Yeah, so I've painted some rainbows and some like really beautiful quotes on people's homes. I think I painted like 3, and that was super cool because I felt like I was spreading joy, I was spreading love, especially during that time, right? Like March and April and May, when the lockdown and social distancing, like all this was super new to us. So it was really magical and awesome to be able to do that. Yeah, let me see. Is there anything else that I want to tell you guys about? So I guess I'm gonna close this video now. I shared that I'm redesigning and I'm pivoting, like what it is that I do. I'm going to create another video with what it is that I am stepping into, because it's really looking different. 2021 is looking super like, holy moly, I'm stepping into some brand new adventures that I never thought possible. But I'm saying yes to people. People see something in me and they approach me with ideas. And if I can have a conversation with this person and really connect with them and really like see what they see in me, like I'm like, okay, like let's make it happen. Like let's do this thing. Like that sounds freaking awesome. So 2021, I really want to be in touch. I am being in touch with my passion for food, passion for cooking. I'm really being in touch with my passion for music, and I'm also being in touch with my passion for art. And it can look so many different ways, like what it is that I love to do. So I'm super excited for how it is that it's gonna look. And something that's new, like a new thought and a new like mindset and perspective, is I'm not so much worried on the how, like all the little details of like how we're gonna get to that point. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm just being really open and I'm observing and I'm flowing, and I'm choosing like what is the first step that I get to take towards this one thing, and then this other thing, and then this other thing. All I need to know is the first step. Once I know the first step, I'm just gonna learn as I go, right? Like, and I can't fail. Like, that's the awesome beauty part of it too. Like, I can't fail. As long as I am on this path and this journey with my full heart, and I keep connecting with myself and knowing that I'm really going on with my purpose and I'm really being of service with my gifts, that right there is just telling me like there's no way that I can fail, right? Because I'm not striving for perfection. I am striving to be fully expressed as a creative human that I am. And I am so open to feedback. I'm so open to like redesigning myself a million trillion times until I get to a point where I'm like, whoa, like this is it, you know? And even when I get there and I'm like, this is it, there's more. There's always more. There's always another level up. That's the beautiful, amazing thing about life. Like, there's always more growth. There's always more that I can create. And whatever it is that I make can always get bigger and bigger. I get to continue to step out of my comfort zone, and my comfort zone box just gets bigger and bigger, and I just keep expanding. Expansion. With that, I will say thank you so much for listening, for being here. I hope you are having a beautiful day, a wonderful, lovely day. It is a beautiful life we're living. Mom's in the background asking for me because I get to help her with some cooking. Ciao, Mom, I'm coming. Oh, Mom's made some food. She's made an acapurria. Yeah, you want to bring me an acapurria? Okay, Mom's coming with a snack.
Talk to nobody right now. I thought you was making something else.
She thinks I'm on a phone call. But no, I'm on this YouTube video with y'all. No, Mom, I was making a video. You want to smile? Wait, you see your face? There she is. Look at this. A delicious, this is a Puerto Rican, like, treat. It's made of fried plantains.
Green bananas.
Green bananas.
With yautía.
With yautía.
The same masa that I use in pasteles.
Anywho's, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. You're awesome. You're great. You have a beautiful light. Let everybody see that always.